The gentleman's dark eyes took in every inch of her as he raised his glass and commented, "To our reaching agreement, madam." Her eyes danced a bit as she chuckled and agreed, "Yes, that would be worth a toast, sir." They each silently sipped their wine and sampled a bit of the fare. Though this was hardly their first meeting, they seemed to be sizing each other up as they each built the strategy for the discussion. After several minutes of observing the sensibilities of not rushing into a business discussion until the social pleasantries were completed, she picked up her napkin and delicately dabbed at her lips, knowing nothing was there to remove. Looking down at the flower, she focused on it to collect her thoughts and then took one more sip of the exquisite wine as she began. "I know that we do not always see eye to eye on this project of yours, sir. I also know that you asked for my help and viewpoint as you have respect for my experience and skills. I think that your goal is very short-sighted indeed, yet it can be achieved. It needs some time, some logic, and some testing in a methodical, predefined sequence." The gentleman's eyes flashed with anger as he interrupted, "Madam, this is not the way you suggested our conversation would go when we scheduled this meeting. You know that time is the enemy of us all. Time is the entire reason that I engage with you at all. To shorten the time between the 2 points. That is why I agreed to this meeting. That is what you promised, madam." She held up her hand, displayed her long, slender fingers and trimmed but colorless nails, and quietly insisted, "When we started on your project, I had suggested that it would be at least 12 years before we could explore clinical trials. I had been diligently working toward that goal when you made the decision to take a different path. Your path made no sense 4 years ago, and those poor results are my proof points.